Do you struggle to fall asleep or wake up repeatedly during the night or feel exhausted even after a full night's rest? You're certainly not alone. And in Japan, researchers are taking a fresh approach, shifting their focus to the moments of wakefulness that occur during sleep. These awakenings could be a key to understanding and also treating insomnia. On the program today, we'll explore the groundbreaking work of Japanese scientists uncovering the hidden role of nighttime awakenings.
Why people sleep and wake remains one of the greatest black boxes of modern science. Researchers around the world are working to unravel its mysteries. Analyses of brainwaves show that sleep is largely divided into 4 stages. After falling asleep, we enter deep sleep, known as non-REM sleep. Non-REM sleep has 3 stages: Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3. Each stage brings us into a deeper level of sleep. It is believed that both the brain and the body rest during non-REM sleep. We eventually shift to REM sleep. During REM sleep, the body rests, but the brain is active, carrying out tasks such as processing memories. It's also the stage when dreams are said to occur. While cycling through REM and non-REM sleep, the brain sometimes transitions into another stage. It's called wakefulness. Even healthy people experience brief awakenings dozens of times during sleep. However, because these awakenings are so short, people typically don't remember them. When periods of wakefulness during sleep become more frequent, people begin to feel they are suffering from insomnia. One example is mid-sleep awakenings. Stress, nightmares, or disruptions to the body's internal clock make it difficult to fall asleep after these awakenings. Early morning awakenings, when a person wakes up earlier than intended, can also cause a feeling of sleep deprivation. This often occurs in people with depression, as stress and other factors can reduce the secretion of hormones that promote sleepiness. A study in the United States found that older women who spent more time awake in bed had a 1.57 times higher risk of developing dementia or mild cognitive impairment within 5 years, compared with those who got enough sleep. A research team at the University of Tokyo developed an algorithm that helped create a device to prevent insomnia. The leader of the research team, Ueda Hiroki, has published a series of sleep-related studies in international scientific journals such as Nature. Ueda is currently also based at the University of Oxford in the UK, where he is conducting sleep research with European researchers.
So, Professor Ueda, thank you so much for your precious time today. Now, you and your team developed this really interesting device which measures wakefulness during sleep.
Yeah, so there are many diseases like depressions or dementia or schizophrenia or many brain-related diseases, and then individual brain-related diseases have its own unique sleep patterns. So therefore, we like to identify such kind of a unique sleep patterns for the prevention of these diseases. So that is why we're focusing on the sleep quality.
Ueda and his team focused on a specific movement that people often make when they have a nighttime awakening. With the cooperation of Ueda's research team, we monitored the sleep of one of our crew members. One hour after the experiment began, he entered non-REM sleep, which indicates deep sleep. Three minutes later, his brainwaves showed signs of wakefulness. When his brainwaves indicated awakening, his arm moved noticeably. Shortly afterward, his brainwaves again showed signs of wakefulness. He moved his arm again, scratching his neck. His arm moved nearly every time his brainwaves indicated wakefulness. Again, he moved his arms, touching his stomach and face.
今動きましたね。腕が動いて、だいたい10秒くらい動きがあったことが分かります。
That night, the brain waves indicated 10 short awakenings, with arm movement in 9 out of 10. A wrist-worn device was developed to capture such movements based on ongoing research by Ueda and his team.
腕の動きをもとに睡眠状態と覚醒状態を判定するということを行っています。腕の動きを捉える装置で、腕が動いた時には腕が加速するわけですね。
Many devices have been developed in the past to monitor arm movement during sleep. But accurately detecting awakenings has remained a challenge. The research team focused on a key point. When the arm moves during sleep, it does not move at a constant acceleration. Instead, the acceleration varies. The team aimed to capture these fluctuations. They focused on an indicator known as jerk, the rate of change in acceleration. By calculating jerk, feeding the data into a computer, and comparing it with brainwave data, they developed a unique algorithm that distinguishes between sleep and wakefulness. The upper graph shows brainwaves during sleep, and the bottom graph shows jerk. When the brainwaves indicated wakefulness, the arm's jerk value rose significantly. The timing of the brainwave activity and jerk were almost the same. The device matched arm jerk with brainwave detected awakenings with at least 80% accuracy. The results were published in an international scientific journal. The device is now beginning to be used in clinical settings. This clinic introduced the device to assess sleep quality as part of its standard health checkups. This man in his 20s had been complaining of insomnia for about 2 years. He was under stress from working long hours of overtime.
朝起きるのもですね、なかなかスパッと起きれないっていうところもあったんですけど、特にお仕事日中ですね、眠気がかなり多かったので。
He measured his sleep data for a week using the wrist-worn device. This is the data from that period. The vertical axis shows the time. The public health nurse providing sleep guidance pointed out that Saturday's sleep was especially problematic. The blue areas in the graph represent sleep. The red areas indicate wakefulness. It's clear there were multiple awakenings during the night. What's more, it took him over 2 hours to fall asleep after going to bed. Lying awake and feeling unsettled is a type of insomnia known as sleep initiation disorder. His bedtime and wake-up time were also much later than on other days. Looking more closely at his results, his total sleep time was 5 hours and 26 minutes, with 46 minutes spent awake. His sleep efficiency, or percentage of time asleep while in bed, was 62%. This is very low compared with the healthy benchmark of 85% or higher.
2時間以上がですね、起床時間の差があるのがとても良くないって言われてます。リズムがですね、それが崩れてしまう原因、できるだけ起床時間を合わせることっていうのがすごく大事なんですよね。
The nurse also pointed out his dinner habits.
寝る2時間以内に食べてしまうと胃がすごい活発に動いちゃうので、結局休んでても体が休めてない状態になる。ってなると朝がどうしてもですね、すっきり起きれないと。
The man stopped eating late at night and began exercising to help himself fall asleep. He also tried to get up at the same time every day. Here is his sleep data from 5 months later. He fell asleep more quickly after going to bed, showing improvement in his sleep initiation disorder. The difference in his wake-up times between weekdays and weekends was 2 hours or less. Looking at the numbers, the amount of time he was awake during the night hadn't changed, but because he was falling asleep more easily, he was able to get more sleep overall. As a result, his sleep efficiency reached the ideal level of 85% or higher on most days.
運動することでやっぱ眠たいっていう感じが出てきたので、もうすぐベッドに入って今はもう朝すっきり起きれるようになりました。
体重がですね、2キロ近く落ちてて、多分運動の効果が出てらっしゃるんだろうなっていうふうに思って、で睡眠の質も良くなったらですね、こうやって体重が落ちることもですね、実際言われてるんですよ。
Many researchers have searched for a substance that acts as a switch for sleep. In 2016, Ueda published a study in an international scientific journal showing that a substance once thought to keep us awake actually triggers sleep. The discovery attracted the attention of scientists around the world. Ueda did computer simulations to explore how brain neurons behave in mice during wakefulness and deep sleep. These graphs show the activity of the neurons during the two states. During wakefulness, the brain neurons remained active and the brain waves fluctuated continuously. But during deep sleep, the neurons followed a regular cycle of activity and rest. The research team thought that the mechanism controlling sleep might lie within the brain's neurons during sleep. They closely examined the mice's sleep and discovered a substance that plays a key role in regulating sleep and wakefulness. That substance is calcium. Ueda's team conducted experiments using mice in which calcium was blocked from entering the neurons. These images show the mice's brain neurons. The left side shows a normal mouse brain. The right side shows a mouse brain in which calcium was blocked. Its neurons glow bright green, indicating high activity. This suggests that the mouse's sleep is significantly suppressed.
So do you think that discovery of calcium being this major switch was a key discovery?
When I started the sleep research, we tend to focus on the sleep substances. So, but when we come up with a completely opposite idea, that was a kind of a eureka moment for us. We start on, discovering the new mechanism. How can we treat schizophrenia or depressions? So therefore, if you understand how our brain activity are modulated or formed, we start understanding how can we treat such an extreme condition like diseases.
Okay, great. Do you think that this key discovery can lead to the development of, future sleep medications?
Yeah, I guess so. I believe so. Well, of course, not a single research cannot lead to such kind of a new treatment. So therefore, we need to have follow-up study to identify the kind of a good entry point to regulate sleep, especially sleep quality. Hopefully, in the near future, we'd like to develop the how we can kind of deepen our sleep.
Professor, it's said that, for example, traditionally that we were, encouraged to drink a cup of hot milk before bed. Is it true that then consuming calcium can lead to deeper sleep?
I would like to say yes, but we still don't know yet. One drink of hot milk might not be
enough.
Might not be enough, or might not be contributing to your brain calcium, because calcium concentration is usually tightly, regulated.
And Professor Ueda, and finally, are you getting enough sleep these days?
Yes. So usually, I have a sufficient amount of sleep, and it's more than 7 hours, and sometimes 8 hours. So that's good. But sometimes, excitement is coming from the sleep research, which make me, wake. So sometimes I have insomnia.
And thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
ありがとうございました。
Many people with insomnia take sleeping pills. The Japanese Society of Sleep Research says that 1 in every 20 Japanese adults uses sleep medication. Of those, 80% are prescribed sleeping pills that are strong and fast-acting. We spoke with Uchimura Naohisa, president of the Japanese Society of Sleep Research, about the proper use of sleeping pills and how to deal with insomnia without relying on medication.
So I think many people, Professor, who are struggling with insomnia are a little bit hesitant or reluctant to take sleep medication. Should they still consider it as an option to get some sleep?
睡眠薬を一旦飲み出すともう一生飲み続けなくちゃいけないんじゃないかっていう、依存性がすごく強いというような印象も強いですし、あとお薬の効果がなくなってどんどん量が増えていく、いわゆる耐性が強いというような考えですね。あるいはずっと飲み続けると、認知症になるんじゃないかとか、今は副作用の少ない睡眠薬がありますから、そういうものを使えば、不眠症がある程度治ればやめることも可能ですから、ですから眠れないのを放っておくより、やはりちゃんとその人に適した睡眠薬を飲んで治療した方がその人にとったら幸せですよね。
Drugs called orexin receptor antagonists are currently attracting attention. They were developed through a different approach from conventional sleeping pills. Orexin, the substance that forms the basis of the drugs, was discovered in 1998 by a team led by University of Tsukuba professor Yanagisawa Masashi. Orexin is a chemical secreted from a part of the brain called the hypothalamus. It's involved in exciting or suppressing nerve activity and is continuously released while we are awake. When orexin is released and binds to neurons, the brain wakes up. But if orexin is not secreted and does not bind to neurons, the brain enters a sleep state. Anxiety and stress can activate orexin, causing wakefulness to continue even after bedtime. Orexin receptor antagonists work by blocking orexin, preventing it from stimulating neurons and thereby inducing sleep. Because these drugs support the body's natural sleep-wake mechanism, they are considered to promote more natural sleep.
For example, 認知機能を低下させるとか、あるいは転倒させるとか、そういうものが少ないんで、安全性が高いし、さらにやめやすいんじゃないかっていうことがエビデンスとして示されてきてます。
Do they have any side effects at all?
やはり嫌な夢ですね、悪夢が出現しやすいということが一つあるんですよね。夢をよく見るレム睡眠を増やすんですよね。ですからレム睡眠が増えると服用した人の中では嫌な夢、悪夢がずっと残ってしまう。あとは朝方にまだ眠気が残ってたりとか、そういう副作用が見られることがありますよね。
Uchimura places importance on cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, as a method for treating insomnia. In CBT, patients work with a specialist to reassess their daily habits and identify the severity and causes of their sleep problems. Its goal is to ease anxiety and restore healthy sleep. A research team that included the University of Tokyo analyzed various data to learn about the effects of CBT and published their findings in 2024. The study found that 28% of people who only took medication, including sleeping pills, experienced long-term improvement. The figure was 40% for those who used both medication and CBT, and 41% for those who only had CBT.
やはり睡眠に対する考え方を変える、そして一日の生活習慣を眠りにとって いいことをより選択していく。そして、あまり睡眠のことにこだわらないようなそういう、認知行動療法というのが効果があるということが示されています。
Uchimura recommends keeping a sleep diary as a simple way to practice CBT. He suggests the following steps. Step 1. Let go of your stress. Before bedtime, write down anything that caused stress or discomfort that day. Don't spend too long on this, as dwelling on it might bring the stress back. Around 15 minutes is enough. Step 2. Forget what upset you. If you still feel unsettled after writing, you can black out what you've written or tear out the page and throw it away. Step 3. Leave the day behind. Once you're done, close the diary and tell yourself the day is over. Let go of your worries and go to sleep. In the morning, write down how many hours you slept. Try to track every day if possible.
How long should they keep a sleep diary to see the results?
やはりある程度の期間つけないとその方の睡眠の特徴っていうのは分かりづらいんで、1ヶ月間以上つけていただくということがやはり自分の睡眠を正す意味でも、自分の睡眠を見つめ直す意味でも大事になってきますよね。必ず人間というのは眠る動物ですから安心して床についてほしいと思いますよね。
Thank you so much, Professor.
ありがとうございます。
今日はありがとうございました。As we've learned, sleep is far more than just a nightly routine. It's a cornerstone of our health and well-being. So the message is clear. Prioritizing sleep is essential. And I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on how you can optimize and improve your sleep.